Hi there, my name is Shannon Welch and this is my first video blog, so bear with me. I am Communications Director for Hammer King Productions, founders of King of the Hammers, which takes place every year in Johnson Valley, California. If you're watching this, something tells me you've got a vested interest in Johnson Valley. I was trying to come up with a way that I could talk to people one-on-one to get out the word about what's happening right now with the Marine base in Johnson Valley, and I thought maybe this video might be a way to do it. Last week, the Marines released their final Environmental Impact Survey, FEIS for short. This was expected. It was something we knew would be coming. Basically, they've been trying for 7 years, and it looks like at this point, option 6 is what they're going with. That would take well over 100,000 acres of Johnson Valley, 40,000 of which they are willing to share with us 10 months out of the year when they're not using it. The Marines have never shared land with civilians before, so this would be a new endeavor on their part, and we're not certain it's something that would be viable. Not to mention, we lose well over 100,000 acres permanently. We will never get that back once the Marines take it over. One thing I want to make note of is this is not an anti-military campaign on our part, on anybody's part that's trying to save Johnson Valley for the public. Basically, I'm a huge supporter of the Marines. I have a niece that's in Marine boot camp as we speak. My sister works every day supporting veterans in this country. It's not that at all. I believe in our country and I believe in our military, but this is about fighting for our rights. And every Marine I know has told me to continue to fight for my rights, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm asking you to do. Basically, the final environmental impact study is out now. We have until August 27th to make comments on that. Now, the only people that can comment on it are those that have commented on it before. You need to take a look at it. You need to see what their response was to your initial comments, and if you don't feel those are valid, send them another message telling them what it is they didn't specifically address with your initial comments. I encourage anybody who's commented up until this point on this process to take a look, find your comments, and respond again. In addition to that, we're working with a lobbyist group in Washington. It's been successful so far. We had an amendment passed in Congress that we're now trying to get before the Senate, and we need to talk to our representatives. We need to tell them what Johnson Valley means to us. If you're an Ultra 4 team, a member of a team, if you go out to Johnson Valley with your family, if you are a small business that exists because people wheel in Johnson Valley and use your products, you need to call these representatives. You can find their information a couple of different places. If you haven't become a fan of Save the Hammers on Facebook, please do so. SaveTheHammers.org also has this information. These are two places you can go. Starting next week, we're going to start a campaign. It's going to be 7 days to save the hammers. Each day, we're going to pick a different representative that we're going to ask you to specifically reach out to. Call, email, fax, all of the above. These individuals, tell them what Johnson Valley means to you. Ask them to support us. Our representatives are back from Washington until September. We need to let them know while they're in their home offices that we want them to go back and we want them to fight for this. There are some positive things that have happened. Again, we've had a bill go through Congress, which basically gives us an extra year asking the Marines to slow down their process. We would like the Marines to work with us on something that works for off-roaders and the public to have this land. They could work with us and get permits instead of taking the land permanently, for instance. They could go to the east as well. There are options at this point. We need them to slow this process down. We need them to realize that there's a financial impact somewhere between 71 million and 191 million annually if they take over this land. That doesn't even include their costs to maintain this land in a time when the military is looking to decrease their costs. It just doesn't make financial sense for them to do this. And honestly, it's an area loved and used by everybody around the world. I'm asking you for your help with this. Go to Save the Hammers. Keep an eye out for who we're picking each day next week. We'll be putting it out via email, via Facebook, many other ways. But this fight is far from over, and we need you to stay engaged, and we need you to make sure that your voice is heard with your representatives. Thank you for everything you've done so far, and continue to help us save the hammers. Thank you.